Okay, okay. Hello, everyone. Hello, 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 hello. Uh, this is so shit. F you. Not F you. Not F you. I'm happy with you.
Why are you getting angry at that?
Because every single time.
Because you forget.
Yeah, because I forget. Because I can't turn it off while it's not on. And then I go on and it's on. So that's why I'm upset about it. Of course I'm upset about it. It's this Streamlabs. I'm blaming Streamlabs for this. I'm blaming somebody for this. Anyway, welcome. And I'm totally burnt out and exhausted from my experience. And I did my show last night. I'll tell you all about my show if you're interested. You're probably not even interested. We're gonna talk about our show. We're gonna talk about our show. We've got one person watching the show, which is Scott Elite Elixir. For thank you for watching the show. That's all we need is one person watching. Is one person watching the show. Let me just get this thing working here. There we go. Alex is here, and Elite Elixir is here. I don't know who else is here. Nobody else is here. It doesn't matter because last night's show went really, really well. And that's all that matters. It went really, really. Let me see what I'm doing over here. There you go. There you go. I think that's good. Let me close. Should I close the window? Let me just close the window. It's still daylight, and it's what time is it? It's 5 o'clock. So we've gained an hour's worth of light. I'm bypassing those. Lewis, who is Lewis? 13 watching. Thank you very much. Who is Lewis? You've welcome to our show. Thank you for coming in. Yay, Lewis is here. Who is Lewis? Do I know Lewis? Streaky Bacon is here. We're going to get a lot of people because every single show we get a lot of people. We get a lot of people. My mood yesterday was not that good because I was really nervous about doing my show at Comedy Unleashed. And I thought it went horribly. It didn't feel like it went horribly, but I didn't say anything that interesting. And then people seemed to like it. They paid me, and they seemed happy to have me. Andrew Rubin is here. And that is the most important thing. Okay, Elite, stop writing so much stuff. Stop writing so much stuff. So we've gained an hour of beautiful, beautiful, beautiful daylight. That's the most important thing. We've gained an hour. This is a flag. Is this the flag that you did, or is this Carnegie's flag? This flag.
Not mine.
I think it's Carnegie's flag. I think it's my other favorite son, one of my two favorite sons. Anyway, thank you, Elite. So it was very interesting, and you people are here first, so you're going to hear the interesting news. The interesting news is that I'm not saying we had celebrities there. We had Lois Perry was there. It was really great to see her. She's so beautiful. She's so beautiful. It was really great to see her. And there's a picture of me and her on today's Twitter if you want to watch that. Lois. And Tom from Spiked Online was there. He's sort of he's tall and famous and good looking and very thin. And you could see how girls just reacted to him. It's really horrible. It's horrible. A shout out to all the short kings, as they say. Because you got to be a king in order for a woman to pay attention to you. You've got to be a king. And because women like tall men, it's a horrible situation, but it's one we have. Are you sh? I'm not going to ask him. I'm not going to ask him. Lois is great. Yeah, she's great. But I mentioned the Reform Party and Nigel Farage, and I was completely blown away. Jedster is here. Hello, Jedster. And Mr. Cuff, Steve Cuff, is here. And Joe is here. So we're getting everybody to come in. And so I mentioned Nigel Farage. And do you know what the response was in this audience, which is my target audience, according to Grok? It said, "This is your target audience." Lewis Schaffer. Vantanai is here. Is Was nothing. There was no reaction to Nigel Farage. Not even like, you think it'd be, yay, whoa.
Farage was there.
Not, no, I mentioned his name. He wasn't there. I mentioned his name. Whatever he is, maybe you're right. I see you. It's good to see you. You used to think Farage is a nasty character. The truth is, and there's Claire. Welcome in, Claire. And Claire was there last night too. She came to the show. Lots and lots and lots of you people came to the show. And maybe Claire can tell you what the reaction was. It was nothing. It was nothing. This is a revolutionary leader in front of his, or not in front, mentioned to his audience, and there was no react. It was like he's not the man. Nigel Farage is not the man. I met up with beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Dame Claire, and I'll tell you who else was there. Caroline Cooper was there. And I took both of them into the back. There's a special back room for comedians like myself. Anyway, not many people were fond of Farage. That's what Claire says, and I agree with you. Farage is seen as a rodent on both sides. Well, in order to be elected, or be chosen, or be the lead, you have to stand for somebody. Nigel Farage should be standing, and he's not. He's not. So that was really, thank you. Selaire is here. He says Farage is seen as a rodent on both sides. I mean, he's not the leader of these people, and these are his people. These are his people. It's really tragic, because it was Little Bangladesh, Lewis. That's why they don't like him there. No, it's not. This is not a Little Bangladesh. It's in Little Bangladesh. It's right on the edge of Little Bangladesh, but it is not a Little Bangladesh gathering. It isn't. It is not, and it isn't. I asked the audience. I said, "Do you support Nigel Farage?" Nothing. They don't support Nigel Farage. And that's when I realized why I'm not on GB News. Why am I not on GB News? Because I'm not, I don't support Nigel. Not that I don't support Nigel Farage. I want Nigel Farage to be the leader. Everybody, go to the thing. To be the leader of this party. Alex, so it's not that. Did you Me Too yourself in the back room? Maybe the girls liked it. Maybe they liked it. Maybe the 5 girls that I was with. I mean, I didn't have much time because we had to do a show. Or did I say I did it before or afterwards? Anyway, thank you, Jedster, not Streaky. Wouldn't be a surprise to me if Farage unveiled Mandelson as a reform candidate. Yeah, it could be that. It could be that. He's not standing, and he's the leader, and he's got to be he's got to be the strongest man in the room. It's very hard to be strong. And I see you think that's really. My son is smiling. Are you smiling? What? A bit smiling. It's pretty funny. Lewis is here. Thanks, guys, for smashing the likes. It helps the algorithm. Which Lewis is this? Is this somebody else who's come in? There's Joodles, who has stopped work. Have you stopped working? But thank you for coming in, Joodles. People loved Lewis last night, says Claire. Pay attention to this, everyone. He was amazing, and I was totally, and was totally, and I was totally in my element. Wonderful night. It was a really nice night. It was a nice night. Paul Yoward was there. If Paul was there, Paul Yoward was there, and Roger from GB News was there, and who else was there? I mean, it was nice. It was nice, brilliant. Glad you and yes, Streaky Bag was good. It was really good. Joodles is waving hello. So that was a real education to me that Nigel Farage is not loved. And it was also really scary. It wasn't good news for me because we need Nigel Farage to stand up. And yes, Tom Slater was there. And the other guy, I don't know who the other guy was. I should have asked. I should. And Claire is saying I looked really hot. Did I look hot? Because I was wearing a white shirt. And you can go see pictures of me on, I look fat in those pictures. And I'm not fat. I weigh 77.0 kilograms today. And I weighed 77.4 kilo. I lost 400 kilograms. 400? 400, right. 77 kilograms. 400. And I lost 400 grams. I lost 400 grams, which is about a little bit less than a pound. Don't start on the carbs. We're not doing the carbs right now. We're not doing the carbs, but there were fat people there. There are fat people there, and some of you people are fat. Yeah. Um, that was the show. Keith More Than Conquers. Yes. Yeah. Keith More Than I was there. It was there. It was there, and I was very and Andy Shaw, who's the organizer of it, was there, and Dino, my friend Dino, was there last night, and Andy Zapp was there last night. Did you buy anyone a pint last night? No, I didn't buy anyone a pint. I mean, I bought some chicken, a little bit of chicken. I didn't buy anybody a pint. I'm trying not. Listen to me, you Janice. I'm an internationally famous celebrity. I'm not going to be buying people pints. You're going to be buying me pints. It was really good. I was so worried. But I forget. I've got a lot of skills, a lot of comedy skills, and it was a very good show. Scott Capurro, he's really brilliant, and he looks better and better.
I can't tell what's like more insufferable from you. It's like when after you've had your high and you're just like,
Yeah,
your ego is like stratospheric and like, look how great I am. I'm a comedy genius. Like, but before you were just like, you were like moping and just going, oh, it's gonna be terrible. I don't know what
it's terrible. Well, that's the flip side of. Is that Lewis Schaffer? Is that most performers? My son is pointing out that I am bipolar when it comes to my performance. Anyway, it's hard to see how any party can rescue the country when it is in the grip of a civil service blob, a judicial blob, a liberal blob. And ideology is one thing. Ideology is one thing. Making it work is another. Well, he's got to get elected. Doesn't Farage have to get elected? How do you get elected when there are all these splitting parties? He should be uniting people. He should be uniting Tommy Robinson and whatever the guy's name is. And then Ben Habib. Who's the guy in the middle? What's the guy's name? I forget the guy's name. That guy. Pretty much every stand-up comedian has a personality disorder. As I thought that was common knowledge. Yes, well, I mean, I'm the only one who doesn't. I basically have to. You've seen me. It's really exhausting to fake a personality disorder every single day for 239 days, I think. No, I see you, says Farage won't be elected this side of hell. I mean, he's trying his best by playing by the rules. Who knows what rules have been dictated down to the guy, right? Who knows what rules, have been dictated. But some rules have been dictated down to him. Longer curtains, lounger curtains now open, temperature 20 degrees. It's, what is humidity 59. Is it 20 degrees out there? No, it's not 20 degrees. Lounger curtain, says Scott. Farage is a dick, Lewis. How long have we been telling you this? You're not telling me this. I'm saying the people are not going for him. That's what I'm saying. They're not going for him. Yeah, maybe he is a dick. I'm not saying he's not a dick. I'm saying if he's our dick, it's like Donald Trump, Joodles. Donald Trump was supporting COVID. He was supporting vaccines. He believed in all of that. And the next thing you know, he puts in JFK Jr. Okay? I wish Backyard would live stream some of their shows. I'm sure there are plenty of people who'd happily enough cough up a few quid to watch them online. Yeah, it would be nice. They could do that. I will tell Andy to live. They've got a multiple camera shoot to live stream. I might get in trouble for what I said. Who knows what I said? Mr. Cuff says, Keith, no. What did it say? I think it's recorded. It is recorded. It's a whole TV recording. Rupert Lowe. Thank you, Claire. That's the guy's name. I forget him, but it's something has to happen when they say, listen, I know you don't trust me. You got to trust me. That's what Nigel Farage should say. Let me see if this is, which side am I going on? Maybe it's this side. Why would it be this side? Anyway, yes, you got to make a deal with each other. I think Rupert the bear is available to join. To join what? To join the show? You know, it's 20. Okay, you're saying what your temperature is there. The show last night was being recorded. It was recorded. It had 3 cameras. I think it's really well done. It's going to be really well done. I don't think I was that funny. I didn't tell any jokes really. But Dominic Frisbee was really, he's always funny. He's one of my early friends in comedy. Good guy. Dominic Frisbee. Very, very good guy. Rupert Lowe. I like Rupert Lowe too. But you got a choice. Rupert Lowe has got to say, you know what? And what's his name has got to say something to make Rupert Lowe join him, or vice versa. What's happened to Farage, by the way? Haven't kept up with the news. I mean, he's trying to be on his best behavior, I guess. Who knows what you said, Lewis? Also, you didn't mean it. That's the problem. People think that I don't. I'm not authentic or sincere. What do you think about that? Do you think I'm not authentic or sincere? Did I insult the audience? Yeah, I called the guy in the front row fat. Fat. I said they're fat, and I insulted Muslims. I'm insulting everybody. I think Lucy Powell will come up front as Stormer trips up. Let's find out about Lucy. I mean, I should know all about this, but I don't. How can I be I'm going to be I'm recording a TV program tomorrow for Friday, the Mike Graham show. Mike Graham. So I did Jedster. I did insult the audience. I think Lucy, okay, I see you says that. Glad to hear what? What did I was glad? Did I insult the audience? That's what they want to hear. English people want to hear it. I mean, I'll tell you why I was so brilliant. Because I realize that these people are in pain. They're in pain. They are in pain. And I said to them, they don't want to hear any of these jokes. They don't hear jokes about like the way England used to be 20 years ago. They want to hear jokes about now because they are in panic. We are in panic. I'm in panic. I am in panic. I'm in panic. I'm in panic. Guess what happened also, before I forget, is that who asked me yesterday, do I like visualize something and find it on the street? And I mentioned the rubbish bin that I have, okay? But today I'm walking along the street and guess what? I need earphones. I have one pair of earphones. This is the only pair not that you care. You don't need to see what a pair of earphones look like. But I found another, I didn't find it, but my friend who I was with, I'm not going to mention any names because you'll think, holy cow, Lewis Schaffer, is that I found a pair of earphones and it was like white, I guess they're Apple earphones kind of thing, but without the Apple thing. Mike, having you back because you couldn't get a word in edgewise last time. Salaire asks. That's actually could be true. I mean, I don't know if they felt bad, but it's always better to speak less than to speak more in these shows, I would say. Thank you, Salaire, for that. Don't forget about the jute, says Keith, what are we talking about? Yeah, the English, the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes, the whole country, all of us, we're in a panic. Are we not in a panic? I'm in a panic. Are you guys in a panic? I'm in a panic. Recent events demonstrate that any skeleton is long closed cupboards, closed for Lewis, can be resurrected at great cost. I bet there is an industry looking for Farage skeletons. Yeah, there might be, and he probably is done. Like what kind of guy is that? He's like a standard English guy. He drinks. I don't know. We don't know if he's what he is. That's not the problem. The problem is we want somebody who's going to speak out for the Angles, the Saxons, the Jutes. Am I right? I see you. It doesn't matter. because when he's dirty, if he's speaking for the people, like you could even say, like Donald Trump. Of course, Donald Trump is like dirty. Claire, did you get to meet Lewis last night? Is he short as he looks on TV? Hugh, I am short. I am short, Jules. I'm making dinner, so there's every chance I heard this wrong. But did you say the people didn't? They didn't. I did not say that. I said they don't want old jokes about old England. They don't want jokes. I don't even remember what the jokes were because they were so pointless. They were about Scottish accents and, about like Scottish people seeming dangerous or Welsh people seeming dangerous or Liverpudlians seeming. They don't need that kind of thing. I'm trained in Debua and Fabua, not panicking. What is Debua? Celer, Debua. So that's what I was saying. They want jokes, and maybe they would have enjoyed regular jokes, but they're not going to remember Lewis Schaffer if Lewis Schaffer tells the normal jokes. I've got pages and pages and pages of jokes, Joodles, that I could tell. The kind of girl I like is hard to find. I like girls with really small boobs and a big, that's a funny, whatever it is. I'm not going to say. I'm trying. Okay. Was Leanne there with Mark? No, I don't think he was. He didn't come up to us. He didn't come up to us. I mean, it wasn't that many people. You are a disappointing audience, is what I'm telling you right now. You're a disappointing audience. You have Lewis Schaffer. You can go to a comedy, and you could be there, and you could say Lewis Schaffer is my friend, even though you're not my friend. But you could say it. You might feel comfortable saying it. You could come up to me and say, "Hey, Lewis, this is Mark the Rosian." You could say that. You could say, "Hey, hey, Lewis," and it'd be Leanne, and I've actually met Leanne in person, and I'd give her a great big hug and take her into the back room, and with Claire and Caroline and we'd have a good time. Farage is pretty straight up, I think. He avoids the remigration question, like Starmer avoids women. That's a cute joke, Streaky Bacon. And maybe that's what this show is about. It's about writing jokes. It's a way for you guys to write jokes and me reading them and seeing whether they're good or not. Well, that's his job. His job is to talk about, we're going to kick the people out of the country who do not have visas. That's what he should say, including Lewis Schaffer. Maybe I'm going to go next. Maybe they're going to come knocking on my door, I mean, I'm so irrelevant that I'm sitting here like almost in a panic about something. Hold on a second. Hold on. In a panic. Don't go in. What do I do with that? Okay, that's not here. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. Don't go anywhere. I just saw something that seemed interesting to me, but I need. Oh, here it is. Here it is. Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, Lewis. When you're in the pool, I'll come and see you, but not traveling 500 miles just for the pleasure. In the pool. What does the pool mean? Like naked? Do you want to see me naked? That would be great. You can come and see me naked. See Lewis Schaffer naked. I've got some batteries here, and I've got some device I found years ago. It's like a kind of a music thing, a game. It's one of those games, and I want to see if it works. It goes further north than Banbury. If I get a nosebleed. No, the people up there like me. I'm not Mr. London guy. I'm not that way. Or am I that way? I'm not sure I'm that way. Let me see if this works. I'm not that way. Claire was not there. No, where was Claire? She said she was going. People always disappoint. They disappoint. Let's see if this works. Oh, this works. Done. There you go. I put batteries in. It works. Claire, Caroline, and Paul were there. So that, Alex, thank you, Alex. Let me get back on track and make sure I read everything. I basically, I've lost my interest at the moment. Warren Foster is in Tenerife. Hope you are well. Wow, who else isn't going to go to? Who else is going to Tenerife? Putting batteries in helps. It does help. Let me turn this on, turn this off. I don't know how to. This thing should make music. Done. I don't know how this game actually plays, really. But yes, so what were we talking about? We hung out after the show, Caroline and Lewis. He's not short. He's actually taller than it seems. This was the second time I've met Lewis. You don't need to lie, Claire. You don't need to lie. Whatever. Lewis gets a taste of fame and forgets all about his grassroots fan. Yes, why wouldn't I do that? Why wouldn't I forget you people? The really great ones forget about their fans. Do they not? I think they do forget. So there you go, you Janice. I forget about you. What I watch via the www could be faked. Anything could be faked. Lewis, we need some chair time. Well, I'm not, you might have. Hey, everybody, while we're here, let's go to Twitter. Are we all on Twitter? Are we all on Discord? Are we all liking and subscribing? Let's go for that. I'm pretty sure if I was in Tenerife, I wouldn't be watching or listening to Lewis right now. No, what would you be doing? What's the temperature in Tenerife? Let's see what the temperature is. Let me just go see what the temperature in Tenerife is. Tenerife weather. Let's see what the 19 degrees. It's 19, and then going down to 17, going up to 19. I mean, it's not super great, but it's all right. Let's see what the weather is for tomorrow. What is going on here? How come I can't? Let's see what the weather is tomorrow. It's going to be 19 degrees for the whole until Monday. That's a lot when it's 22 degrees. It's pleasant. It's sunny. It's sunny. It's pleasant, but it's not super boiling. But it is in Europe. It is in Europe. Okay. You're not on X. You got banned. Oh, okay. Well, you can. I guess you can send me a message on Discord. Go to Discord. That's the best thing. Hey, Lewis, did you steal any jokes from here, or do you keep that to other? Do you keep that to other people's clothes? I don't steal any. I try not to steal any jokes. I try not to. The most important thing is it is about stealing jokes. It is that way. But at the same time, it's best not to, I don't know. I can't, I should write down, I would write down the funny things that I say, but the only funny things that I say are things that Joodles repeats. Because I don't know what's funny and what's not funny. Lewis, do you get nervous on stage, like seeing all those people? You like seeing all those people, are you shy or not? Okay, let's work on punctuation. The answer is, Claire can answer that. No, I don't. Yeah, I know it's very surreal. I mean, that's maybe why watching Lewis Schaffer can be amazing, because it's like, holy shit, we know this guy. This is like somebody we know. He's on stage. I'm not shaking. Because let's say I don't remember a joke that I'm supposed to be telling. Let's say I don't remember it. That's not my fault. It is my fault. I mean, I'll just laugh and say, I don't remember. I wish I had something more to say. I wish I had prepared more. Claire, without an I, says Claire with an I, didn't come. Me and Caroline jumped up and waved at every lone woman who came through the door. Lois Perry was there. She was there. She supports. She supports, what's that place called? She supports reform, not even the place. Discord is full of your fans, not my cup of tea. Oh, you're saying you don't like the people here? Is that what you're saying? Is this a joke, Alan Williams? I'm not going to read that. One new gig, and we are all chopped liver to Lewis now, John Van Deb. Yeah, that's the way it goes in life, is it not? The way it goes. Yeah, I think she's the UK lady. Says Kermit. Joodles, you may be Lewis's muse. Yes, she might be. I want her to be. I want her to be helpful. I want her to be helpful, but she's more interested in she's not interested in helping me. She's not interested in helping me. Lois moved from UKIP to reform. I mean, there's something very wrong about all these new political parties. We need a political party that believes, that's right there, that's non-changeable. Right? Don't we not? Do we not, Chester? Do we not? I think we do. I think we do. I think we need that. We need that. Anyway. So that's that. So that's reform. That's my thing about the show. Alan Francis I like him. This guy is just such a lovely guy, but he's fat. And I told him he's fat, and he's losing some weight so he's fat. And then there was this other guy, Dane Frisbee, who has got the same name as Dominic Frisbee. As Dominic, do you know who this guy is? As Dominic Frisbee. I'm not interested in helping you. Joodles ask. Who chops up the streams every time you F up, Lewis? And the rest, you do a lot. You do a lot, but you don't do enough for me. I'm ungrateful. I'm sorry, Joodles. I'm ungrateful. I'm ungrateful, but I need 100% of you, Joodles. All these political parties have emerged from the traditional parties doing F all for the people. Yes, they have, but we need one political party. We need a very strong, I don't know whether it's going to be Rupert Lowe or Tommy Robinson or Jeffrey Starmer, not Jeffrey Starmer, Nigel Farage. We need one of these people, one of these groups to lead you guys out of the fray. And my kids, Lewis and Joodles, will make a marvelous double act, in my opinion. I mean, I don't know, doing what? Doing what? What's orange and sounds like a parrot? A carrot. Alan Williams. Is that the right answer? Mr. Cuff says a carrot. Alan Williams asks, what's orange and sounds like a parrot? It's a carrot, says Claire. A carrot. Okay, that's a good joke. Thanks, Butter. What are you saying there? What are we doing? Judel says, and while we're at it, I never reacted to women don't like football. Don't say a word. It was Cuffy and Streaky who ripped you for it. And yet, and behold, I'm all over someone else's show. There you go. She's strong. Put a smiley thing. Maybe that's what all you need is a smiley thing. You did. You said we would. Do you remember this, people? Do you remember when she said that? She said that, I said that Joodles doesn't like football. That's what I was accused of saying. The UK basically is a team world uniparty. Keith more than conquers, and I agree with that. That's what's so scary. So scary is, and all the young kids believe that. This is a communist country. It's like Cuba. It's like, maybe not Cuba, because maybe the young people don't believe in this shit. But we've had so many decades of the BBC. So many decades of the BBC. Girl from Mars is here. Thank you for reminding me to go to Top Chat, to go to live chat. What about the Saints? Brilliant match. Amazing results. What, the Saints playing, what do you mean the Saints? Southamptons? Okay. Southamptons. How did you shake your head? I wore my sparkly jumper, says Claire. You could have seen her. She looked beautiful. She is beautiful. I wore my sparkly jumper and brought my plastic flower. Yeah, and you were there waiting, but more people will come. And you know what? I'm glad you didn't turn up, because it's best if you don't turn up. It's best if you don't turn up. Then that way I was able to give Caroline and Claire more of my attention. He'll get a smile cleanup. His in a minute. What does this say? He'll get a smile clean. He'll get a smile cleanup. Should there be Joodles? Should there be punctuation in there? Lewis and everyone. Carrie B is here. Carrie B. Hello. You're on your way home. How did it go last night? It went really. It went. People seem to like it. Whether if it gets broadcast, will I be considered to be a traitor to the country? Will the Uniparty go after me? Who knows? We don't know. I remember what you didn't say about football. Vatnai is making a joke. Can you mark this? And Mr. Cuff is laughing at Joodles. I stewarded the Saints steward and the Saint Bernard until halftime against the Wasps at Twickenham. Okay, so we're talking about rugby. I'm too old to know if there's an emoji for shaking a head. Everyone here would use it all the time. You can't blame me. I was attacked, whatever. I use that word too strongly. I was basically bothered because I supposedly said something which I didn't say. And that really makes me angry more than anything. That's one of the things that makes me so angry is when I'm accused of saying something I didn't say. Or when I said something once and I said I was, let me make that clearer what I meant. Jedster comes in and says, dearie me, poor Judes can't even threaten Lewis without being scolded for her punctuation. Well, we all need to be. How can I read what she says if I don't know? If I don't know what she's saying because her punctuation is not that good. Anyway, welcome to the show, Girl from Mars. They were 3-0 down. They won 4-3. What a match. Well, that's what makes football great. Any team can win any day. Punctuation would be the least of your worries. I guess it's not my worry. I'm a perfect punctuator. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, okay, I'm the big spoon. I am, says Joodles. He was fishing for anything. I wasn't fishing. You know how sensitive I am, Joodles. You know how sensitive I am. I do love the idea of you two in a sitcom, though. Be an interesting sitcom. I could see Joodles being a very good actress. Lewis, I do love the idea. Okay. Keith says, Lewis, you're teaching us the Queen's English, not the King's. That would get you started. The Queen's English. Well, she was very well spoken, was she not? She was probably very nervous about being the Queen, having people respect her. Okay. Lewis, says Cellaire, educate me. Do you get paid for an open mic gig? Well, in theory, no, you shouldn't get paid for an open mic gig. You shouldn't get paid for an open mic gig. Put a comma everywhere. And remember, it's politics to say an instead of a for the indefinite article. Pass me and cup. And cup. I don't know. No, it's not the indefinite article. Instead of an a, pass me a cup. I don't know what you're talking about. I thought it has. Anyway, I reckon you're into the winner there, Judes. Yeah, we could do a show together, you and me. You and me, Judes. You and me. You and me. You'd have to come down here. I'll come up to you. A cup. I reckon he prefers C. C cup. C cup. I like all kinds of cups. I'm not a big. Yeah. Maybe. What are we talking about? We can't be talking about this. We can't be talking about that. I've confused Lewis. He doesn't get other people's jokes. You've confused me. I don't. You know that about me. You've been here since almost maybe the very beginning. 239 shows. I don't get jokes. I don't. But you know what? I don't get, look at my hands. They're nice hands. I don't know. But we're supposed to own nothing and be happy. I'd rather be the opposite of both of those things. You mean like own something and be unhappy? Well, that's what I am. I just own stuff and I got to get rid of this stuff. I got very soft hands, I think. I've been told when I was a kid I had very soft because I never did an ounce of work for years and years and years. That's why my hands are so soft. Anyway, so let's talk about killing people in Canada. Have you been following this thing? I know people are going to agree with me, but why the F are you stressed again? Yesterday you blamed the show last night. What is your beef today? Because I'm a stressed person. I'm an angry, stressed person. That's why I'm stressed today. Every day I'm stressed, girl from Mars. Every day I am. And that's the thing about comedy. You may not be, you're stressed going to work, you're stressed at work, you're stressed after work. It's a horrible, and you're trying to make people laugh, basically. Basically, that's what you're trying to do. I'm trying to make people laugh. It's a Canadian bloke in a dress, exactly. Why is there's all these people who are killing other people seem to be guys who are dressed in a dress. They're guys who are dressed in a dress. Yeah, they've released the dead killer. They said it's a guy dressed in a dress. A teenager dressed in a dress. Jules versus Lewis in the fight we all want to see. Dress code is spandex. I think Jules could handle me. She was a karate person, right? You want to close the door? She could handle me. I'm taller than she is, but she's a strong, angry, Northern Irish woman, and I'm like a whiny New York Jew. And I won't be able to, the reason I didn't prepare for my show was because as a Jew, I was running the entire world. It's not easy. Let's see what you brought. Oh, there you brought this again. Thank you very much, Columba. Here's what you brought. Mini pork pies. Can you see a mini pork pie? Can you see that? Oh, it smells so good. Okay. The BBC. You can't listen to the BBC, Joodles. They're lying, CUNTS. A woman in a dress with brown hair. The hairs in the back of every single TERF's neck immediately stood up. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, because you know exactly what it is. They're giving angry people hormones, which makes them angrier. It's not a really good thing. I'm going to eat some of this. Should I eat some of this? I'm just going to have a bite because my son brought it. I'm not going to eat any of the crust. Can you see the crust? I'm pulling the crust off. So Joodles, first of all, it's the BBC, which they are liars. They are not journalists. There's no such thing as journalism anyway. And when you work for the state, when you're owned by the state, whatever you call the state, I'm going to put this over here. Whatever you call the state is not journalism. They are the propaganda arm of the government. Not, I don't mean of the government and the, you know how to, what I'm saying. I think Lewis is providing non-therapy therapy here for the Angles, the Saxons, and the Jews in Northern Ireland. Well, that's what I try to do. I try to make you people feel better about your country, or what your country used to be and what it may be again. Girl from Mars is a stress person, she says. I do not yell at people. I'm quiet and do the best to hide. Well, you're not me. You're not me. Maybe we'd be perfect together, girl from Mars. You be quiet and I'll be noisy. I mean, why am I doing this? What's the benefit of me doing? I've lost control here. Claire's talking to Joe. Lewis was amazing and hilarious last night. He told the man in the front row that he had diabetes. Yeah. I mean, you could tell who's got diabetes. You see anybody who's fat and they've got diabetes. Anyone who's fat. I had the idea to write a book about the silly things people say when they are confused about words. I was going to call it, It's Polite to Say Anne. To say Anne. Does it need Coleman's mustard? Is that what you're saying, Andrew? Okay. I've got to go in the other room and put this in the refrigerator and get it out of my sight. Otherwise, I'm going to eat it. I've got all the bits and pieces in the cup. You guys talk amongst yourself. I'll be right back, okay? Okay, I'm back. I'm back. So let's get back on track. Coleman's mustard. Maybe he was angry that his dress didn't fit and he got his knickers in a twist. Yeah. I mean, these people are so fucking angry because they've cut off their willies or they've taken more hormones. It's horrible. Horrible. Yeah, maybe that's what I should put on it, Coleman's mustard, but it's a bit heavy, Coleman mustard. The first transgender, Stuart H is here. Hello, Stuart. Was opened by Jews in 1919 in Berlin. It was rightly burnt to the ground in 1933. Yes, I've heard of that, and that's true because Jews are the leading edge of all of this stuff. You know, good stuff and bad stuff. Everything. Somebody says that they're a girl. A Jew will say, okay, I'll cut your willy off. And they go, okay, please cut my willy off. Stuart H., good to see you. Someone tell me when he stopped chomping. I stopped chomping. I'm sorry. I know you find that disgusting. My son finds it disgusting. Lewis, get down on your knees and thank Joodles. Be respectful and grateful. I'll get that. I'm not on my knees because you won't see me, but thank you, Joodles. I am respectful of Joodles. Joodles knows. I'm looking at her right now. She knows what I think about her. She knows that. Do you know that? She doesn't know that. Maybe she doesn't know it. I love you, Joodles. I love you, Joodles. Okay. Anyway, so there we go. Thank you, girl from Mars. Maybe again. Maybe we should chant maybe again. Maybe. I don't know what that means. No. What rant did I do? What rant did I just do, Joodles? I didn't do a rant. Someone tell me when he's okay. So let's get back on track. I'm behind in the stream here. Imagine a show where Judels just duffs Lewis in. What does that mean, duffs? Target ticket sales of the disabled community. Ka-ching. What does that mean, John? What does it mean, duffs in? I don't know what that means. We've fallen behind in the stream. We're about 3 minutes behind. Okay. I'm going to buy a blood pressure machine, test myself before and after. Lewis, yeah, because I make people upset. I don't try to, but maybe I'm trying. I don't know. I'm just trying. I don't know what we're doing here. What we're doing here is we're just talking. We're just talking about different stuff that's on our mind. Go find a dress on the street, for F's sake, Lewis. Maybe that is who you are, a man who wears dresses. Maybe that's what I am. Maybe I do that. That's okay. Weird, but okay. I think if I want to wear a dress, I should be allowed to wear a dress. I should be allowed to wear a dress. That's what I think. Look who's here, Bentley Books. Is that you? Who is that? Is that Liz Bentley? Hello, gorgeous Lewis fan, popping in to say I usually listen in the early hours, so I haven't been about, but I'm a big fan of you all. Okay, well, thank you very much to Bentley Books. Is that you, Liz? I think that is. Lilith is here. She says hello. Ruben speaking to Judels. It's okay. You can come out from under the stairs. Duffs means kissing, Lewis. I didn't know that. Okay, well, thank you. And it needed to be explained to me. It needed to be explained. The show was very good for a little bit, and now it's gone. I've lost track of what people are saying. It was my favorite calves. I ate the leftover half-eaten sandwiches. The guy said, "Can I taste your sandwich, producer?
What?
Can I taste your sandwich?"
No.
Okay. I saw you on Leo Kershaw's. Pretty good. You two should do more shows. Thank you, Alex. I should have posted it today. I didn't post it today. I'll post it after the thing. Is that you, Liz, to Bentley Books? Big love to Liz. Big love to Liz. Good man, free meal is a small risk of yeast infection. I don't know, what are we talking about, Lewis? It's good to talk it out, but you already know that. I don't know what kissing is. Yes, change my thingy name because of my book coming out. You guys and Lewis keep me sane when I have chronic insomnia. When is the book landing, Judels asked. When is it coming out? Like Andy Kaufman going into the boxing ring. That's what this show could be. Andy Kaufman came from my hometown, my tiny little hometown. Not really that tiny compared to, it had like 45,000 people living in it, but Lewis wearing a dress. Now what, sometimes I feel feminine, but more and more, the more I live in this country, the more manly I become. The less gay I become, the less gay I sound. I used to sound very gay. But I don't, whatever that means, whatever sounding gay means. You stopped halfway through my post, then said, I don't know what you're talking about. What did you say? Can you write it again? I'll go look for Vatanai's post. We're having too many people watching this show. Okay. I was at my favorite cafes. I ate the leftover half-eaten sandwiches. The guy there said, but someone might have put their germs on it. And I said, I don't believe in germs and all that. You were saying, Vatanai to Streaky Bacon. Yeah, I don't believe in germs. I watched a video last night about flu, and they said that they did a test of flu, that they had people like in a hospital room, not even a hospital room, like a room, and he was eating. And half the people had flu, and the other half didn't have flu. And not one of the people who didn't have flu got sick. Like all those people who were treating the COVID people, they didn't get sick. Lewis Rock, thank you. Paul Yoward was there. He looking great. Not really, but looking all right. Lewis Rock yesterday at Comedy Unleashed. Good to meet Claire with an I. Yes. Yes, that's real. I didn't see. I'm missing because we're far behind. I'm 17 and a half. I'm not 17.5%. I have my fantasies. I have, when I'm talking, when I'm with a guy, I might overplay the gay thing. When I'm naked with a man, I might act gayer than I am. When I'm sucking on a guy's, I might, anyway, Lewis was looking very slender. Did I look too slender? I don't think I did. Maybe my head looks too large. My head looks too large. Streaky should have been there, says Paul. Yeah, you all should have been there. Yes, it was Sam Bailey. Yes, yes, Streaky Bacon, Sam Bailey's new video. You guys got to watch this woman. She's so reasonable. She's a doctor. She was on TV. She's not a nutcase. She's really beautiful. She's so beautiful. Sam Bailey. She's got a husband, too bad, but she's really fabulous. And she's really explains it all. Luckily, that's never going to happen, Girl from Mars. What did Girl from Mars say to Joodles? I don't know. What did you say? But when Lewis has guests, I turn off. So I assume others would do that with me. Well, you don't like when guests. I'm having a guest tomorrow. We're having a guest tomorrow. You're not chopped liver. Trust me, Vatanai. It's very easy for me. There does not seem to be any experiments in controlled conditions where colds and fuse have spread. They've done they have done experiments, but they always suppress the experiment because they don't want to believe that there's no such thing as germs. There's no such thing as infection. Streaky Bacon will attest to this. There's no infection. Like you catch a little bit of something and it goes into your system and makes you all crazy. Does the lack of female attention in sex lead a man to be like Lewis and have feminine thoughts wearing lingerie? No, I think my desire to wear lingerie comes from a totally different place. A different place. So we don't know. No, I don't know. I don't like to wear lingerie anymore. Lilith is here. I really like the guest shows, Liz, because on his own, Lewis is a very different person to when he has company. Joodles, that's very. But am I nicer? Am I nicer when I've got company? Is that what you're saying? Maybe that's why I'm funnier in real life because I feel like I've got guests in the house. These people are my guests, or they're friends of mine, or that we're here together. I'm on my best behavior. Mr. Cuff says, yes, he's a good host, controls himself better. Yeah, because I've hosted millions of shows and I've been on the TV. Yes, maybe that's right. Claire Lilith says, Liz is lovely. She's a darling. Yes, she is. She is just lovely. Lovely is a good word to describe her. Beautiful. Yes. Attractive. Yes. Smart. Yes. Interesting. Yes. Friendly. Yes. But lovely. Just a nice person. You are a stocking man, says Girl from Mars. It's your mom's fault, obviously. Yes, it is. I didn't get enough love and attention from my mother. I got a lot of fake love and attention, but not a lot of love and attention. I love Lewis. Says there's no such thing as something that exists. Yes, I say that there is no such thing as something that everyone believes exists. Everyone believes exists. Yes. Because it's news. Because I mean, why do I want to say everything that everybody else believes in? Number one, I say lots of things that everyone believes in. The earth is round. Okay, I'm saying it. Okay. You are a stocking. Okay, yeah, there you go. Keith, that's what I'm saying. The tall Bertie Hoover lady as the guest. That would be nice. She was tall and beautiful. And she gave me 40 pounds. I think I'm going to get it back. I hope it's going to stay in there. Liz is great, says Joe. Yeah, she's great. His mom was a bank robber, Mr. Cuff. I don't know. Yeah, I wish. Yeah, no, 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 no. No, no, no. It would be, I should be Claire, yeah. It's only I should be there, yeah. It's only a 4.5 hour round trip rather than 8. That's the show up in Banbury that Paul Yoward is going to do on the 24th. I mean, I'm not ready for it. I don't have enough time to prepare. I'm a Celtic shaman, says Vatanai, and seer, a shaman, a shaman. I was born on the feast of Beltane, which is auspicious for a priestly kind. I don't push the matter at church. I need the money for playing the organ. Okay, what is that in reference to? As long as not a slipper man like the Lamb Lies Down on Broadway characters. I mean, you're talking about stuff. Doodles, Claire says. I will totally get there. A bit far from Eastbourne. Okay, I think I got married again in chat last night. How am I supposed to pick up girls if all you girls are going to go there? How can I pick up strange women who just see me for the first time? Lewis, do you know why the Attorney General is not bringing in fast-track justice for Andrew and Mandelson like he's done for the Southport rioters, Lucy Connolly, etc.? Well, first of all, what did Andrew do wrong? Number one. Mandelson could be a criminal. Well, what did Andrew do wrong? You know I support Andrew. Lewis, when I spoke to him, he corrected my punctuation. Who are you talking about? What, the guy from Genesis? What's his name? The Lamb Lies Down. Okay, I don't know. Crikey, Claire. It says 4.5 hours on the train. You'd have to stay over because I don't think you'd get home alone. Well, why don't you two get a room together so you can stay there? I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. I'd have taken the day off. You'd have to take the day off from work. That's my gig on the 24th of April. I shouldn't invite you people to these gigs. I shouldn't. Or maybe I shouldn't be sleeping with you girls. Anyway, what did Andrew do wrong? What the fuck? Read the Epstein. What did he do wrong? Tell me what Andrew did wrong. It's in the middle of Banbury, so it's very close to the train station, I've been told. I think it is. It's 5 minutes from the train station. Lilith, I know. Just like to hear Lewis say it out loud, laugh out loud. Lewis emailed Epstein with sensitive financial information. That's Peter Gabriel, Paul Yoward. Yes, you're right. Yeah. Lewis is born and ready for comedy. I think I am. I think I could just show up there. We could just talk and it'll be funny. It'll be really funny. And not only will it just be like a lot of comedians that, like, I'm not going to mention any names. They can go and they can talk to the audience. Where are you from? Where are you from? But Lewis Schaffer is political. This is very important stuff. We'd laugh our asses off if not too drunk. Well, you don't have to be drunk. We can get drunk afterwards, or we can fool around. I don't know why I'm so dirty. I'm not really. I am a bit dirty. I've got really dirty fantasies. Really dirty fantasies, I think. I think I do. Keith says absolutely. Lilith says 100% to Seller. What did Seller say? Lilith, I know. I just like to hear Lewis say it out loud. What did Andrew do that's wrong? That's illegal. Were those girls underage? Can it be proven? How many years ago was this? Come on. I can see auras, Vatanai says. I get annoyed when I'm in Glastonbury and see all the play acting Celtic hippies and goddesses and all that trash. I'm a real one. Okay, well, I'm with you. I hope it, because I said to the audience, I feel your pain. Lewis, he may have told Epstein official government information when he was employed as the trade. He may have. Okay, can it be proven? He may have. We don't know if he did. It seems like we know that Mandelson did, so maybe Mandelson should be tried. But what did Joe, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Joe, princess, what did he do? What did he do? Everybody, let's just take a second and let's make sure we go to Kofi and throw the stream a few pounds. That's all it is. A few pounds a month, once a month, £5. It's not that much. At Kofi, Ko-Fi. Okay. What is your fantasy? Okay. Lewis, it just came out, and when they are working on it, what are they working on? The Kermit came in there. Hello, Kermit. He says, buy the stream of coffee. It's to keep the stream going. To keep the stream going. Lewis, underneath underneath of the politics is interesting. I've joined a one. Oh, that is so nice. Thank you. You don't have to. You don't have to, Liz. But thank you. I have a hard time asking for money. It's really I don't think I deserve it, especially for you people who are like my actual friends of mine. I knew you guys, even the people who you think I'm not friends with Lewis. You're all my friend. I knew an Ermin shaman, Paul Yoward. I studied the shamanic persona of Ted Hughes, one of my favorite poets, besides T.S. Eliot. You're just showing off, Paul. You're just showing off. Can it be proven? Read the emails. No, tell me what he did wrong. You're saying he gave away trade stuff. That's what you're saying. You're saying he gave away trade stuff. Did he give away trade stuff? I consider you my friend. Thank you, Claire. I consider you my friend. I could. Up, little karate lady. That's Joodles saying hello. She's a karate lady. She's a bit scary. She's a bit scary. I don't know the karate thing. I believe in roots, traditions like Patrick. Do you know the band Iona? Never heard of that. I don't know how we got into this thing. I don't even know. I'm not paying attention to this thing, Lewis. And finally, Charles has offered to cooperate with the police, finally. Why should he cooperate with the police? It's his brother. Leave his brother out of it. He hates his brother because his brother got more love than him. Prince Charles hates this country. He hates this country because he hates his mother. Because he's a globalist. He thinks Britain has done bad. Britain is the greatest country on earth. Or at least in the last 2,000 years. Maybe 1,500 years. People came fresh from seeing Nigel to see Lewis yesterday. Is that true? Is that true? I don't believe you. What about what, Joodles? What did I say? I lost that. What did I not believe you? Andrew was the favorite with his mother. Charles hated that. Exactly. He's the evil older brother. Normally, the younger brother, didn't get as much love as the older brother. Look at Rob Reiner and those people. Also, you could go to Patreon and give money at Patreon or at Lewis or at PayPal. I killed Epstein. There, I've said it, says Alan Williams. Can we please draw a line under this? I mean, leave the guy alone. He's not the greatest guy in the world. But if you want to have a royal family, I just yelled there. I'm sorry. If you want to have a royal family, you're going to have bad royals and good royals. That's what you get when you have a royal family. When you have people who are born into a position, some of them are not going to be that good. And you can't unelect them. I know you're trying to unelect them, but it's not. Why is Britain so great? The weather is shite. Britain is great because of the attitude of the British. They created the greatest country in the world, the United States of America, number one. Britain was great because there was freedom of speech in a weird way. Britain was great. Britain was great because British people were hardworking and you invented so many of the greatest things in the world, Liz. So many of the greatest things, all those books, education, you believed in it. Now you're throwing it all away. He died in August 2019, 6 years ago. Bad for the Jews. Bad for the Jews. Um, Lewis, you said earlier that we are not your friends. I mean, I've never met you. I've never met you. It'd be horrible if I thought you were my friends and expected an act of friendship from you. So yeah, I mean, but I like you, and someday you may be my friends. I've made friends from comedy, people who've seen me, you know. So there you go. It's possible that could happen. Well, I mean, I don't know why you'd want to be my friend. You could not have a fiction of the UK if it did not exist. It is that incredible. Yeah, the UK, Paul Yoward is incredible, done incredible, incredible stuff. Will it do incredible stuff under a Muslim caliphate? I don't think so. Chaz, Charles, now has to pretend to the angry earths, okay, that he didn't have a clue of what his brother was up to. Well, what was his brother up to? The brother was not the king. It's like me. It's like me hanging out with young women who were way too young for me. They were way too young for me. You know? I mean, some good came of it and some bad came of it. I'm gonna talk about this. Britain used to be great, Mr. Cuff said, because of the people. Almost all gone now. Not almost, but heading in that direction. No, the people are still great. You are great, Mr. Cuff. The people are great. They're smart, intelligent people. The point is, this is the point I want to make about Andrew, is that Andrew was not the king. People were not watching him. He thought no one is watching me. So why can't I have fun? What else do I have? I don't get any of the joy getting credit for any good things that happen. I'm not the king. I'm just some minor prince. I'll never be king. Or we do the Cromwell Charles thing, kind of a change things, which didn't actually change anything in the end. No, Joe, you brought the guy back. You brought his son back. An earth is what we become under the WEF, says Paul Yoward. Yeah. So why are we picking? If you want to have a royal family, and if you have a royal family, some of them are not going to be great. Some of them are going to be horrible. Some of them are going to do bad things. Some of them are going to go off with Jeffrey Epstein. And I saw another video because I watch videos. I'm up on things. I watch this guy. Is his name Boyle? Patrick Boyle. I think his name is Patrick Boyle, and he spoke about, what is that spot on my forehead? Where did the spot come from? Look at the spot. Okay, there we go. Here we go. So here's the point. They said, was he blackmail? I've said before that I think he was blackmailing people. But blackmailing people, they don't usually keep friends the way Jeffrey Epstein had friends. You know what I mean? He was, maybe he wasn't just a blackmailer. He was what do they call that? A comrade in arms with these people. It's happened with all the ones who weren't the monarch. They're all a bit wild. Margaret, Harry, yes. Kermit, excellent point. I'm going to read that again, what he said. It's happened with all the ones who weren't the monarch. They were all a bit wild. Margaret, Andrew, Harry. Yeah, they're Margaret because they think, I'm the king. I'm not the king. I'm the prince. I'm the princess. I can do anything. I can do anything. It's like when I lost my kids and my kids weren't staying here and I'm all alone. And I think, well, have young women come and visit me. Have young women come and visit. I shouldn't be talking about that. What the Streaky Baker says. He knew, mate. The family had been riddled with PDS for decades. You know what? Maybe he was a PDF too, Charles. Look who he married. Who did Charles marry? She was 19 years old when he married her, and he was like a fully grown adult because his mother ignored him. Horrible, horrible mother, the Queen of England. Spot on the forehead from eating pastry earlier. Yes, that could be it. I did have a pastry earlier, and the other day I had like half a pizza. Yes, a small pizza. Liz speaking to Bentley. Joodles did that at work. Surely you don't have to type in the whole name. I can't do ats. What are we talking about there? I don't know what we're talking about. And now I'm falling behind. I tried to donate 20 books, 1800s, about religion. Not a single church wanted them. They all said to destroy them as worthless. It made me feel sick. History again is once again being destroyed. That is true. I am with you. I'm against the destruction of books. That's what Jews believe in. We believe in books. And the English used to believe in books too. If we miss the way it was, or the way it should be, together we'll make it right for country's children. Yes, yeah. We need to remember the past, and we will come back. We will come back because we're smarter than those people. All the comings and goings of the Epstein's files demonstrate the evil of lust, money, and power. Powerful people feel they are entitled and untouchable. Who says it's not the monarch? You're saying that Charles probably did bad things. Is that what you're saying, Fatanai? Do you keep a list of all the women who came to your house when your boys were away? I don't need to keep a list because there was only a couple. There weren't that many. There weren't that many. I wish there were many more. I wish there were more. I wish I was that way. Starmer and the state are PDF apologists. The people of this country are sickened by them a lot. PDFing is not the worst thing that this government is doing. This government is effing the entire country. What he's done, and Jules is going to get mad at me for saying this, but I'm saying that it is very bad, the PDFing. It's very, very bad. But the fact we're not going to have a country if we keep on going with Starmer. That's the main point. How did Epstein go from being a millionaire to a multi-billionaire without knowing or using all of these people? He definitely had shit on them all. Yes, but this is what I should find the video of what the guy said. Do you know the guy that I'm talking about? I'm gonna have to find the video. Let me look for the video here. His name is Patrick Boyle Epstein. I'm looking for this. The worst of the Epstein file. Follow the money. The files are worse than you think. I think it's more recent than this. I think it's this video. I'm going to say this is the guy. I'm trying to find what is the video. Don't go anywhere. I got to move this away. Could it be this one here? I think this is what it is. If it's not this, can you do yourself a favor and see if you can find out what it is? I think this is it. This is the one here. This is the one. Okay. I mean, I love this guy. He's Irish. He's like brilliant. He's brilliant. He doesn't talk about food, but he's brilliant. You know, he's like there. Oh my God. A crown would be good, or maybe a piece of meat. A friend wears pig's ears made of pig subtypes. Is that what you're saying I should be wearing? That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Starmer is going after our veterans now. Stuff that happened 40, 50 years ago. There was a joke of prosecuting its own soldiers. And he's talking about, I love this country. That's what he says. What a fat fucking... I mean, really, he's your prime minister. I shouldn't be negative about the guy. The mentor of the young Charles was a notable pervert, Lord Mountbatten. Before the truth could be exposed, his death was organized by the security services, including the IRA. That's possible, too. It's possible, too. It's like, let's kill the guy to make us seem like better people than those guys. I think that's really possible. I mean, really, Lord Mountbatten, I don't know what the whole story is. But this guy, Patrick, was saying, we don't know how he got the money. We don't know how he got the money. And if anybody has seen Jeffrey Epstein's tapes where he's speaking for a protracted period of time, you think to yourself, this guy's an idiot, like a proper idiot. Like I've said it before, like Jade Goody. He'd be like Jade Goody. I don't want to say bad things about Jade Goody, but he'd be like, imagine Jade Goody being a billionaire. We don't know how she became a billionaire. You'd have to wonder what's going on. Philip got around a lot. This is Paul Yoward. And he said to his sons should have mistresses. Like he said he was hung like a donkey and funny as, this is Philip. Yeah, Philip. Yeah, he looked quite funny. He was always making jokes, racial jokes. He was good. He was good. Lewis, you should do your show wearing a crown for a laugh, not because you're really a king. Not because but you are. I am a king. I'm a king. I'm a king of the wankers, I would say. I'm a king schmuck. Whatever you would say. I'm a king schmuck. Okay, listen, everybody. Listen, everybody. We basically have decided, you know me, I don't like the royal family because I'm an American. But you guys have to accept what's happened with Andrew, or Margaret or Anne, whatever they are. They are not PD. PDFing isn't the worst thing. It's a very bad thing. It's a very bad thing. It's a very bad thing. But it's a kind of thing. Yeah, it's a very bad thing. But the fact that you are losing your country, I mean, you don't want to make a choice between PDFing and losing your country. But losing your country is a really bad thing. Is a bad, bad, bad thing. Americans love our royals more than we do, much like women don't like football. Americans do not love royalty. We don't want a royalty in America. We don't want a royalty in America. So you love it more. You keep it going here. Lewis, nobody in this room is shocked by the royals being wrong. And it's exactly. They're not shocked by it. And whatever it is, I don't want to discuss it because I'd come across as being a horrible person. And Joodles will yell at me. She's yelling at me now. You can see her yelling at me. Oh my effing God. What's worse, Lewis, than that? What's worse than that? Someone who's selling out the entire country, I would say, is worse than that. Every single person in the country. Racism is worse, says the BBC. Well, I think we need racism in this country. We need a pro-English, Anglo-Saxon, Irish, Scottish, Pict, Celtic preference, basically. Basically, that's right. I never noticed Jade's boobies. That's because I'm only 2%. Oh, yeah. Okay. I don't know. She was, Rose loved her. She loved Jade Goody. She was like a neighbor. She had a really warm feeling for her. Andrew Lowney, the historian and author, who had researched all the stuff about Edward VIII, Mountbatten, Prince Edward, and Fergie. There's a lot of bad stuff going on. A lot of bad stuff going on. Lewis is yelling because she wants to duff you all over. She's yelling. No, she doesn't. Maybe she does. I don't know. Maybe she wants me to be a better man than what I am. It's very easy. I can see how people fall in love with people on the TV. And you think, oh, he's a great guy. And then you find out, like with me, most of you have seen me for hundreds of episodes of this show. Hundreds. We've done 300 episodes. 300 episodes. And you want, and you know what I am. I'm not a good man. I'm an okay guy. I'm not a great guy. No, he'll be dragged further through the mud. Then he'll unalive himself, is my prediction. Who are you talking about? Prince Andrew. And they'll say, well, oh, yeah. I mean, of course he wanted to die. Oh, he pretended duff means kiss. That's what I've been told. Does it mean that? Let's find out what that means. I'm going to look over here. Duff means, does duff mean kiss? It says no. It does not mean kiss in any standard commonly used. Oh, it designate. Now, what does it mean? It means, can mean, of poor quality or broken, a person or butt, the bottom or the butt. Get off your duff. To be up the duff means to be pregnant. Interesting. Okay, I didn't know anything about this. So, thank you. No point in lying to me. It just comes across as anyway. I'm sure duffing someone up used to mean kick their head in. Doesn't mean making them pregnant. That's what it says there. It's funny when Lewis doesn't know how day-to-day English idiom duff you up means to beat up. Up the duff means pregnant. Thank you, Vatanai. That's all you got to say to me. I don't know everything. I've been locked in my room here for the past 6 years, even before COVID. And then COVID. I don't go out as much. I'm talking to you people. I think Charles will throw him under the bus, says Warmelian. Good to see you, Warmelian. He will be told to fall on his sword, and I think he will be mentally finished when the process is over. Yeah. I think it's sad. I don't like the guy. If Lucy were here, I might get 5 cents of therapy. Where is Lucy? I'm going to have to send Lucy a message. I want her to come back. Okay, everybody. Let me read the top fans. How is your tea? How is your tea? Fat. Anyway. Oh my God, look at how many people. Got 32 people. London man, I didn't even see you come in. He's 32. Thank you, London man. And Ulrich is 31. And Maltese Phil, I haven't even seen you here, is 30. 29 is Darklands. Beautiful, beautiful Darklands. And there's Girl from Mars. I love Girl from Mars too. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Girl from Mars. I met Caroline Cooper, so you got to meet me. Because when I meet you, I fall in love with you. I fell in love with Caroline Cooper today. Anyway, so the Jedster is 27. Warren Foster is back. He's 26. I See You is 25. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I See You. Lewis, who is Lewis, is 24, or Louis. 23 is Stuart. Good to see you. Carrie B is 22. I love Carrie B too. Mavis, beautiful Mavis. I didn't see you come in. You got to come in and say hello and start talking so I notice that you're here. Julian is 20 and Alan is 19. Lilith is 18. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Lilith. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Mavis too. Janice is 17. Warmelian is 16. There's Liz, beautiful Liz, and she's got her book coming out. I'm going to read her book, and I might even buy her book, probably. So she's 15. Thank you, Liz, for coming, for whatever you do. I'm thanking you. John Van Dam is 14. Hi-Ho Kermit, only 13. Sometimes you're number 1, and sometimes you're down, but I'm really great that you're here. Paul Yoward is 12. 11 is Andrew Rubin. Alex is 10. Keith Morthan is 9. And number 8 is Elixir. Scott, thank you, Scott. And then Streaky Bacon is 7. Vatanai is 6. Mr. Cuff is 5. Celaire is 4. Joodles, beautiful, beautiful Joodles. Always one of the top 3. And you're 3 today. I love Joodles. She knows that. And I'm sorry, I'm not saying anything to get into an argument, and I think it's bad. Joe Warrior Princess is 2, and number 1 from last night. Look, she's wearing a New York Yankees hat. Is Claire? So beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Claire is number 1. She has won the number 1 thing. And who is the winner? Who is the winner of of the whatchamacallit, of the concurrent viewers stream. Who's the winner? Anybody want to guess who the winner is? The winner is unbelievable at 40 concurrent viewers. Okay? At 100, oh my God, we almost hit 200 viewers, live viewers. That's almost a record. Well, it's been a record for about 5 months. But Celair has won at 40 views. At 40, that's been amazing. So Celair, congratulations and thank you for participating. Thank you, Darklands and Joe, for participating. And Mr. Cuff came close at 39. Jedster came close at 37. Joodle's very close at 38. Lots and lots of guesses. Let's all guess. You got to be in it to win it. You got to be in it to win it. Basically, thank you very much. So here's what we got to do. Kermit says, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's the least you can do. You've probably subscribed, but make sure you like too. Make sure you like too. This has been one of the best shows we've had. I think it's a good show. I think every single show, not every show, some of the shows are duff. Is that the right word for duff? Are duff shows. But most of the shows are getting more entertaining, I think, I hope. At least for me. At least for me. And the reason they're entertaining is suddenly the show's over. And it's like, oh my God, the show is over. But we can't stay much longer. But thank you, Mr. Cuff. It's been one of the best shows ever. Okay? We will see you tonight at 10:30. Go to Ko-fi and maybe make a contribution. Go to PayPal or Patreon. Go to whatever and do that. I do appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Okay? I give you my love. I give you my love. Total love. Not total love, but a lot of love. I hope I haven't said anything that makes you hate me and thinks I'm in favor of doing bad things to people, which I am not. Which I am not. I'm totally against it. Yeah, I find it very helpful when you talk about insomnia. It's very lonely. It is. It is lonely. I wouldn't say I'm an insomniac, but I don't get enough sleep. I don't get enough sleep. I wake up every 2 hours to go to the bathroom. I don't think you've got that problem, Liz, but it's really tough. Streaky Bacon, everybody, I'll see you tonight at 10:30. I hope you are there. Let's leave on congratulations to Celair. And we will see you. I'm going to leave the stream going for 2 minutes. If you think I haven't mentioned your name, say, what about me, Lewis? What am I, chopped liver? And I'll mention your name. I don't know, maybe not tonight, but maybe another time. Okay.